Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Let's Play The Witcher. With me, SorcererDave, and I've been looking forward to getting back to play some more of this, actually. I really have. Previously... What are you doing, creepy man? Just walking past me, good. Previously, we left Kaer Morhen, and we came here to the outskirts of Vizima, the capital city of the Kingdom of Temeria, I believe.
Army life's tough.
I think the city's called Vizim in the original Polish, just in case you cared. I think it might be. Anyway. Didn't you just walk over the... Oh my god, it's deja vu. There's a glitch in the Matrix, everyone. Anyway, we came here to the outskirts of Vizima where we witnessed a young woman and a boy being attacked by a bunch of ghostly green and bar guests, led by a glowing orange one called the Beast, which has apparently been terrorizing this place for a while now. We also spoke to a young woman called Shani, who is a past acquaintance of Geralt's, but he doesn't remember her because he's lost his memory, unfortunately. So here we are outside the inn, which is all walled off and the gates are closed and stuff because it's after dark. All these mercenaries and soldiers and stuff hanging around, and maybe we'll get to the bottom of this business with the Beast because it's witcher's work, and we could earn some decent money for doing that. So while we're at it, we also want to track down the Salamandra Bandits. And apparently some people around here might know about that. We've been told to go to speak to someone called the Reverend in the village, so... Can I? Right, okay. First of all, what's the quick save button? F5, okay, good.
Be alert.
Is this stealing if I take this? You would think it would be. But on the other hand, they don't seem to care. So, I mean, it's just free money, so alright, I'll have it. Geralt is a serial just looter and pilferer of anything that's not nailed down in these games, to be fair, so... Right, our inventory's already looking a bit stacked, actually, it must be said. I kind of want to sort it a little bit, really. Get all the food and drink in one bit, you know? Bun, gutted fish. Cadwenian stout. I could go for a bit of a stout right now. I do like a stout. Is that all the booze I've got at the minute? I think it is. Blueberries. I wish there was an auto sort button. Sort and stack items. Well, alright. I'll give it a go. See what happens. Did that actually sort? It did! Oh my goodness. I was wasting time there. No, well, kind of. They put the Vargas skull and the red meteorite and the flint in with the rest of the food and drink and stuff, but close enough. Close enough. Whatever, that'll do. Anything else lying around here I can grab while I'm at it? Oh, I see more barrels. More barrels! Ham sandwich, yes please. We got a pair of ham sandwich. Oh, I could do with the ham sandwich too. Why am I recording this near lunchtime? What is wrong with me? Anyway.
No need to rush.
I'm actually dieting in a minute, so I got food on the brain like you wouldn't believe. Oh, I'm perpetually hungry.
A notice board. Maybe I can find some witcher's work.
Unfortunately, I can't eat as much as Geralt does because I don't burn nearly as many carbs as he does. Left click on the notice board and drag any available notices to your inventory. Right click on the notice icon to read and unlock new quests. Yes, the little notice board, a fixture of all of these games. An arrest warrant for the professor's arrest. A ghoul contract. A drowner contract. And a Vargas contract. Let's have a butcher's Adam, shall we? First of all, the arrest warrant. It is hereby declared that the man known as the Professor is guilty of numerous crimes against the Crown, including, but not limited to, murder, assault, defying city guards and officials, and other wrongs against the kingdom's subjects. Whosoever provides him shelter will be deemed guilty of aiding and abetting him in his crimes. It is thus the duty of each subject of the Crown to assist the effort to seize this man. A reward of 1,000 orens is hereby offered to anyone who assists in bringing this man to justice, dead or alive. On behalf of His Majesty King Foltest, Vincent Maes, Captain of the City Guard. 1,000 orens. That's no small amount of money either. If I recall from the books, the Striga contract, which you actually see in the intro of this game when you start it up, which was in the beginning of the first episode of this Let's Play, Geralt got paid 3,000 orens for that in the books, and that was considered a huge, huge amount of money. Fairly huge amount of money. So, what, 1,000 orens? Yeah, that's no joke. What else we got here? Let's drag these down into this section here. This will be the paperwork section. Vargas Contracts. Brave man urgently needed. Whoever brings me 10 Vargas skulls will receive 100 orens. Abigail the Herbalist. Very good. The Ghoul Contract. I need the blood of at least 3 ghouls. Will pay handsomely. Kalkstein the Alchemist. The ghoul entry in the bestiary is required to complete this contract. We don't actually have that yet, so... The Drowner Contract. The Church of the Eternal Fire seeks individuals capable of dealing with the drowners at the riverbank. Payment is contingent on supplying proof of killing 3 of the beasts. Bring their brains. Inquire with the Reverend. Yes, like the Reverend again. The Drowner entry in the bestiary is required to complete this contract. Indeed, I don't think we have that either just yet. Yeah, in fact, why don't we have a look in the... Where's the journal? There we go. Whoa, whoops. Monsters. All we've got is the Frightener right now. Yeah, that's the only thing we've got in here now. However, we can unlock it via reading books, as been previously explained, but there's also another way too. Here's the heroes screen. Now, have we leveled up yet? Current level 3. Yeah, we've leveled up a fair bit, actually. We've leveled up twice since the start of the game. And we're not that far off getting to level 4 either. These are the various sort of skill tree type things that we have. There's quite a few of them. And you unlock them with talents. Early on we get bronze talents to unlock things like these, and then you get silver talents, and then you get gold talents. Now, I believe one of the ones you really want to get as soon as possible, from what I can remember, is, if we go to intelligence here, there's one called Monster Lore. Here we go. Yeah, provides knowledge about selected, not yet encountered monsters. Indeed. So, we want to get that as soon as possible. We need to meditate and rest in order to level up, so... This isn't in. We could probably do that in here. To meditate in inns, indeed, there we go. Talk to the innkeeper and left-click meditation. Tip, you can also leave items in Tavern Storage. Speak with the innkeeper and left-click on the storage icon. Very trusting of the innkeepers doing that, isn't it, really? Especially considering how often Geralt in the books gets frequently robbed by the people who are employing him, let alone just random tavern keepers and stuff. Oh, apparently we can't talk to him over the counter. We're going to go all the way around here.
What do you want?
Give me a beer.
Your kind's not welcome here.
I said I wanted a beer.
We have no more. Very well. I'll see what I have.
Good man.
Everyone drink up. We're closing.
Innkeeper, do that again and I'll get angry. Wouldn't want that, would you?
No.
All right. I'll just tend to my business and be on my way.
What can I do for you?
Right. Looks like store. Got a room, yeah.
Got a room?
Yes. For you, 5 orens.
I don't actually know how much money we've got now that I think about it. I should probably check. But we'll rest a bit. Until dawn, I suppose, yeah. How much gold do we actually have then? Oh boy, we've only got 7 orens. That's not good. That's not good at all. Hello, Alvin.
You saved me, right?
I helped.
I wonder what'll happen to me now.
Waiting for your kin to come?
No. My family has passed on.
Sorry, kid.
It's alright. I barely knew them.
Okay. Does Shani have anything new to say?
Did you want to ask me something?
Nope.
We'll speak later.
Lovely. It's morning now, as you can see. Right. Fine gentlemen.
What
Olaf.
can I do for you?
I'm a witcher.
Ah, by the eternal fire.
Have any work for me?
No. Ask the Reverend.
Okay, I'll speak with him.
What can I do for you?
Again, everyone's pointing us to the Reverend.
Why the gloom?
I don't talk to strangers.
Do you for 5 orens?
For that, I'd talk to a bar guest all day.
Oh boy, that's like... That's almost all my money. Okay, fine.
The plague was devastating. People died in droves. The wailing lingered for 3 moons. If not for the Reverend, we'd all have perished. No wonder we're wary of strangers. You don't know what it's like when the plague takes your family. The Reverend prayed all day to the eternal fire, taking no sustenance. His penance freed us from sin and strengthened our faith. We began by cleansing our homes of sin and filth. We gathered it up, and by the next day, all our foulness was buried or gone. The Reverend then spoke to all who remained. You have done well cleansing your households of sin. I know it was difficult, I know they be kin, but the eternal fire sent pestilence on them as punishment for their sins. You are pure, you shall live. And we believed him, then went outside. The frost was biting, but we did our penance, crawling round the village, praying at the 5 chapels. The next day the village was quiet, as if all were asleep. Fewer have fallen sick since.
An edifying tale. Thanks.
Yeah, so clearly these guys put a lot of... They have a lot of respect for this Reverend fellow. Whether they correctly or incorrectly believe he helped cure the plague around here. That big old pig on his spit. This game is really doing its best to make me feel hungry right now. Kebabs. Anyway.
What can I do for you?
Looking for someone who stayed this in. Right, yeah, this other Witcher, Berengar, stayed here.
I'm looking for someone who stayed at this inn.
Look around the tables, but at night guests retire to their rooms. Return tomorrow if you must talk to them.
All right, I'll look around.
What can I do for you?
It's time I was on my way.
Alright, cool. Let's have a look at our journal here for a second. Quests. Quite a few now, haven't we? Since we picked up those contracts. Alright. I forgot to level up when I was meditating. I'm an idiot. Anyway. I must see the Reverend if I want to solve the mysteries of the outskirts. Yeah, when the beast attacked, the boy was terrified. He went into a magical trance and uttered a prophecy. Yes, he started belting out bits of elven prophecy and levitating off the ground. It was all a bit weird. Seems the outskirts have mysteries of their own. To fathom them, I apparently should see the Reverend, yeah. And then Berengar's secret. My Caremoran companions and I are not the only remaining witches, apparently. Berengar is also still alive. He stays away from the Brotherhood and wasn't at the fortress when it was attacked. Where was he then? And who is he? If I ever meet him, I'll be certain to ask at least those questions. Vesemir mentioned another graduate of Caremoran. A witcher named Berengar, yeah. Jolly good. I was lucky enough to track down a man who wears a salamander-shaped brooch at a settlement outside Vizima. The locals may know something about the organization. I must win their trust to learn where I can find the members of Salamandra. I should talk to the most prominent people in the community, starting with, again, the Reverend. So... Oh, yeah, and the Professor. I need to speak to some city guards about him in Vizima. We're not actually in Vizima yet. We have to get in there first. So let's go ahead and... Where is Monsters and Men? Here we go. Let's track this one on our map. He's over here, the Reverend's house. Okay. Also,
Your mother sucks dwarf cock.
fist fighting. Who do I speak to?
Want to fight? Got any money?
Your voice suddenly changed, didn't it? We actually don't have enough money. That's embarrassing.
Farewell.
Oh, damn. We have a money problem right now, don't we? Yeah, we really have a money problem. Okay. There's also this alchemist, Kalkstein, who's around here somewhere. I don't think he's here at the moment. I might have to come back later.
This place stinks.
He left the notice outside. Alright, well, let's level up at least first. Except I'm going to go pay to do that again.
Need to rush.
I can't... Oh, I'm such an idiot. Alright, fine, we'll level up later. Unless I can find a campfire out here I can level up, you know, meditate next to for free. I've got some flint and stuff, so... Here we go. Brilliant. Should have waited out here in the first place. Alright. Meditate for an hour. Right, let's have a look at this. So we got 9 bronze talents here to spend. And, yeah. Monster lore. Can't get that. Yeah, I gotta get something else first, I think. Intelligence level 1. Sign intensity. Unlocks 2 signs. Now, when I first played pretty much all the Witcher games, I ended up focusing very little on signs and magic and mostly on combat stuff. You know, like what's his name? Lambert said at the beginning. Vesemir trained them all to mostly be about combat and not very much about magic, and I kind of played it that way in game. I wouldn't mind looking a bit more into signs and magic and stuff though in this time around. So let's get that, and then get intelligence level 2. Unlocks level 3 signs, and then that'll let us get monster lore. And identification and gathering of herbs. That'll be useful for alchemy, so let's have that. Enables creation of oils. Sure, let's have that as well. These are all pretty useful, honestly. And then let's hop over to strength. Dexterity and all that stuff as well. Art, maybe? Do you want to upgrade that? Provides chance of causing a stun. Yeah, sure, I'll have that, I suppose. And I'm not going to pretend I'm doing this the most efficient and best way ever. I don't remember enough from when I last played this game to really do that properly. I'm just going to go with what seems like a good idea and muddle our way through. That's why I'm playing on intermediate difficulty, after all. Strength. Yeah, more damage, parry, vitality, etc. That's pretty good. Let's have that. I've got 2 talents left. Buds, immunity to pain. Damage, extra... Dodge and parry minus 50%. Only works when Geralt is intoxicated. Yeah, you can get drunk in this game. Strength level 2. More just better stats. What's some dexterity? Attack, dodge, resistance to blinding, incineration resistance. Okay. Stamina? More endurance. Ah, more endurance regeneration and stuff. Okay. You know what, I'm gonna have that, and I'm gonna have strength level 2, maybe? Yeah, strength level 2. There we go. I don't know if that was a good spread of things to pick, but I'm gonna have it. That looks good though, because endurance plus 2 means more. It's effectively more mana for casting signs, right? We only have the Ard sign for now, but as you can see, there's Igni, Quen, Axii, and Irden as well, which will, you know, get access to during the game. Right, so apparently we have to meditate for 1 hour. That should do it. Initiate meditation. Just for an hour. Next to the gigantic spit roast pig. Yum yum. Zeman Herbalist. Hello. Ah. Journal entries. Right, here we go. Look, Vargas, Drowners, Ghouls. Excellent, excellent stuff. We'll have a look at that in a second. And ingredients too. Look at all this. Look at all this. Brilliant. This is all of this now available to us because I unlocked those things. I feel confident that this was a good idea, honestly. I really do. Okay, monsters. Barghests, here we go. Occurrence. Barghests are ghosts which come from the underworld only when summoned. So somebody summoned them here. The beast, presumably. Immunity. Barghests are fearless and cannot be poisoned. Coming from the underworld, they acquire bodies so they can be stunned and experience pain, although they are somewhat resistant to these effects. Susceptibility. Barghests are sensitive to silver and very susceptible to knockdown attempts. The fast style is most efficient against Barghests, and while experienced witches use the group style while fighting multiple Barghests, Tactics. They try to surround their opponent and work as a group. Where one Barghest appears, more will follow. Alchemy, Beast Fangs, Ectoplasm, and Death Dust. People say that Barghests are spectres which materialize as ghastly dogs and persecute the living. According to some folk tales, these monsters are the scouts of the Wild Hunt. Other legends say that the ghosts appear as a sign of divine retribution and embody revenge. However, all tales agree on one point. Barghests showed the living no mercy. Yes, the Wild Hunt, they're pretty important. It's no coincidence that the third game's subtitle is The Wild Hunt. Yes, they are a panoply of ghostly huntsmen who sort of appear in the sky and what have you. And a lot of people don't believe they exist, but they do, and it's heavily implied that they were chasing Geralt in the woods at the start of the game, because you saw he was running away from something in that opening cutscene. Drowners. Drowners are creatures of the night. They appear on the banks of ponds, lakes, and rivers. Immunity. Immune to bleeding, blinding, and poison attempts. Fearless. Immune to stun attempts and the Axie sign. Okay. Don't bother using that on them then, basically. They're very sensitive to silver and susceptible to knockdown attempts. The fast style is most effective against drowners. Experienced witches use the group style against multiple drowners. Yep. Usually attack in large groups and take advantage of numerical superiority. And you can get Drowner Brain Tissue, Ginnatz's Acid, and Cadaverine from them. Drowners are scoundrels who ended their wicked lives in the water. Drowned alive or thrown into deep water after death, they turn into vengeful creatures which stalk the inhabitants of coastal settlements. Ghouls. Ghouls are encountered on battlefields as well as in cemeteries and abandoned crypts. Resistant to common poisons, sensitive to silver and necrophage oil. The strong style is most effective against ghouls. Experienced witches use the group style while fighting multiple ghouls. A group of ghouls will try to knock an opponent down, surround him, and start eating him alive. Blah. And you can get Abomination, Lymph, White Vinegar, and Ghoul Blood from them. Ghouls are said to have been humans who were once forced into cannibalism, and after many years spent in dark crypts underwent a horrifying transformation. Only human flesh can satisfy their eternal hunger, so they kill people and store the remains in the recesses of their lairs. Ugh. And Greybeards. Greybeards appear wherever they can find food, preferably human corpses, but any carcass will do. Immune to common poisons and resistant to knockdown attempts. Tough skin and thick muscles protect them from blows. Sensitive to silver and necrophage oil. Strong style works against them. They knock the victims down, try to eat them alive. And we can get, again, Cadaverine, White Vinegar, and Greybeard bone from them. After the war with Nilfgaard, the Greybeards became a real plague. Until then, the monsters were familiar only to specialists and professional beast killers. Thus, everyone mistook them for ghouls. Today, any child could give an accurate description of a Greybeard, and people who have passed near battlefields on necropolises offer first-hand accounts of the horrible murders committed by these ruthless necrophages. Yes, horrible creatures. We will no doubt be encountering one at some point.
Greetings.
Hello.
Greetings.
What a despicable place. I'm trapped here with my goods while my wife and children wait in the city.
Why's that?
Vizima's gates are closed due to the plague. The gods be my witness, nothing ruins trade like an epidemic.
I guess we just have to wait.
Most of the diseased have died off, but the beast and bandits now spread their own terror. All we're missing are tax collectors.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
Alright, so the city gates are locked due to the plague. No surprise there. It was never going to be as simple as walking straight in.
What's with this plague?
What of it? 'Tis some variety of the bubonic. To be safe, I avoid any who appear even slightly ill. Aren't you afraid?
I'm immune to infectious diseases.
My grandfather claimed the same, insisting all the while that his bubonic ulcers were merely boils.
May the ground lie lightly upon him.
Yes?
What a weird saying, may the ground lie lightly upon him. Yeah. Tell me about the beast.
Tell me about the beast.
I overheard it described as a phantom, appearing from nowhere, murdering those with a heavy conscience.
Interesting.
Royal officials would make a true feast for the beast, and other ghosts serve it, apparently in the form of untiring bloodhounds.
I'll have to ask the locals.
Yes?
Yeah, those would be the bar guests that it's summoning.
Any bandits in the outskirts?
Indeed. They call themselves the militia and extort bribes. Also, some sect from Vizima may have arrived here.
Do these men wear the salamander sign?
Never met them. But if they are a sect, the Reverend ought to know something.
I'll ask him.
Yes?
Once again, go talk to the Reverend. This guy's also a trader, though, so we might be able to remedy our severe lack of coin situation. Got anything that's particularly valued? That's ham. Oh, I've got to part with my ham sandwiches. Oh no! Actually, have some gutted fish. And mutton leg. There we go. I've got 9 orens now. It's better than nothing. At least I can rest in the inn now if I need to. Okay. Toodaloo, sir. Right.
I should hurry.
Should I? Okay, so we need to go west and find the Reverend, basically, because everyone and their mums is telling us to go talk to him.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Yes, I'm a dwarf. No, I don't support the Scoia'tael. Yes, I've paid both taxes and bribes. Many times. Today, in fact.
Calm down, I just wanted to talk.
I'll be calm in my grave. Optimistically, that won't be long now.
I'll try not to miss the funeral.
Make sure and show up for the execution, too. They once herded me off to see a non-human get hanged. Let me tell you, laughed my head off.
I gather they don't like non-humans around here.
Neither here nor anywhere in the Northern Kingdoms. An official in Vizima recently won an innovation award. Invented a gallows especially designed for dwarves.
What's so innovative about that?
Nothing, but think of the savings. When you're producing them in the hundreds, all that extra wood can be used to make other goods. Toy swords, for instance.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I like this guy. Kind of sounds a little bit like Frankie Boyle, actually.
Who are the Scoia'tael?
Terrorists, or firebrands you'd call them. They're fighting for the rights of non-humans. Scoia'tael is Elven for squirrels, called that due to the squirrel tails that dangle from their caps.
Will I find any around here?
You aiming to catch me off guard or just nosy? In any case, I'll not answer you.
Fine. I wouldn't want to cause you trouble. Let's talk about something else.
Yes?
Why do the locals persecute non-humans?
Why the pricks going cunts? It's the natural order of things. Humans have always hated dwarves and elves. Not for me to know why.
I'm not sure I understand.
Then ponder it on your own, or discuss it with that maggot Brog. I don't talk to strangers about these things.
Fine.
Yes?
Let's talk about weapons.
Well, I'm no specialist, though I can forge swords. Bring me 3 different ores and I'll forge you an excellent steel sword.
I'll look around for some more.
Another thing. For 35 orens, you can have this excellent sword, Grease. It's not exactly, legal, but, I really need the gold.
Oh, we can't actually afford that, unfortunately, so...
I'm not interested.
Yes?
Otherwise, that'd probably be really useful.
See you later.
What we really need from him is a silver sword, actually, because contrary to what I said previously in this Let's Play, and I did put annotations up on the screen explaining that I was wrong, but I'm sure there were plenty of people who were listening to the video and not really watching it, who are probably thinking, oh, this idiot, he doesn't think you have 2 swords in this game. You do get 2 swords. I was completely wrong. You just get the silver sword a bit later on. You don't actually start with it, and it was also made a bit more confusing by the fact that the other witches didn't seem to have one either. But we do get a silver sword in this game at some point. I was hoping he might be able to tell us something about getting one, but apparently not, because right at the minute all we've got is this steel one. And this axe and this dagger, of course. But, damage based on combat style. Still don't know what the advantage of using this axe versus the steel sword is, for instance, honestly. I don't really know. Is there any way we can find out how much damage we actually do with our various combat styles? Honestly, I'd like to know that. But I don't know if it actually says anywhere. I mean, just as a point of comparison. But I can't find it anywhere. If it does say, I wonder if there's one of those situations where if you have the game's manual, it says in there somewhere. Who knows? Who frickin' knows? Even if I mouse over these, it doesn't say. Oh, sorry, no, those are the weapons. Maybe once I get the combat styles up when I'm in combat, I can have a look. I don't know. Anyway, we need to go west to speak with the Reverend, and there's some celandine. I think it would probably be a good idea to grab as much in terms of herbs and stuff as we can as we go along, as we see them. Unknown herbs over here. Unknown herb cannot gather. Oh, okay. Yeah, the game's quite fond of not letting you do things unless you have the prior knowledge. Unlike the other games where Geralt just sort of knows about everything, he can collect everything, which makes sense because remember he's lost his memory at this point.
Oh, my stomach hurts, cursed witch. Oh, my stomach hurts.
Okay, I was wondering if you had something interesting to say. I kind of wish I could get the alchemy menu up right now, just so I could actually check what I need for various potions and things. I guess we can do that later. For now, I'm just going to grab every herb I see. Ooh, barrel! Free stuff! Orange, a bun, and some more flint. Okay. Flint obviously used for lighting campfires, although I'm pretty sure once we get the Igni sign, we'll be able to do that without flint. Crossroads, what was that sound? Ah, it was you. Small monkey creature. I have no idea what that is, but it's very strange. Doesn't really do anything, just kind of wanders around making noises. Also, geese! True servants of evil. I bet you lot are behind the beast, aren't you, these geese? It's a lovely day in Vizima, and you are all horrible geese. Anyway. They should have an entry in the monster section, I tell you. Anyway. As you can see, this area around here is actually quite large. You can definitely see in this game that in the Witcher 2 that I think all along, really, CD Projekt Red really wanted to make a game like The Witcher 3, you know, a big, more open world. But they just didn't have the technology or the expertise at the time. Eternal Fire Shrine. We're doing something with that later, I suspect. Oh, Celandine, and is this the way here? I genuinely am not sure if I've gone completely the wrong way. I think I might have gone the long way around. Unknown herb. Let's have a look. Oh god, yeah, no, I've gone completely the... Never mind, we took the scenic route, it's fine. More celandine. Seems to be the only herb we can pick at a minute. That's fine. I think we need to use it for making swallow with, which is a pretty important potion at the end of the day, so... I could quickly check here, actually. Let's have a look. Alchemy. We can make some white gull if we want to. I'm not sure we really need to, though. What does swallow require? Vitriol, rebus, and ether? And we... I don't think we've actually got any strong alcohol to make a potion base with. I think that might be the problem. We're missing a unique ingredient, apparently. Which I think actually is the... which I think is the alcohol for the potion base. Because otherwise, I'm fairly sure I've got... Rebus, yeah, I got that. I have any pink, whatever the pink is, vitriol. No, I got beast fangs. So, whatever. We'll figure this out. We'll figure it out. Oh, here we go. Here's the river. And yeah, like, I gotta say, the water effects are pretty nice. I think you'd probably agree. This game doesn't look terribly ugly even today, really. I mean, obviously the mods I've got installed helps a bit, but... So it's quite a grand vista back in 2007, let me tell you. More celandine, give...
I'll gouge out those bug eyes.
We seem to have a dwarf being harassed by a bunch of humans.
What's your business with this dwarf?
We're shaving off his beard. What's it to you? Bloody dwarf.
And we have a choice. Don't let me get in your way, or we'll see them off. I think we'll see them off.
You'd be better off moving along.
Love non-humans, do you?
Sheathe your weapon and stop waving those arms around if you want to keep them.
Ooh, a live one. Get him, lads. Kill the deviant.
You asked for it.
Here we go. Actually, let's go group style for this. Let me just pause for a second here. I want to see. It still doesn't tell me how much damage these do. Group style, I'm fairly sure, does an amount of damage depending on how many opponents are attacking you at any given time. So the more opponents there are, the better it is.
Thanks for getting those hounds off my back. Wait, Geralt, is it you? Well, I'll be damned.
Something wrong? You don't look well. Are you hurt?
True to a witcher. Died, came back to life. Nobody's seen him for 5 years, and he wants to know if something's wrong.
Who are you?
Yeah, drunk. I'm your pal, Zoltan Chivy. Where have you been? Why haven't I heard from you? What about...
Not sure I can explain much.
You don't need to tell Zoltan Chivy anything. Let's just say I'm glad to see you. Though it would be nice to resolve some matters.
You misunderstood. I lost my memory. I only remember the last few weeks.
Know what, Geralt? Let's have a beer and talk like we used to. clear your mind and maybe some things will come back to you.
Right, this is Zoltan. He's a cool character. I'm a big fan of Zoltan, although he looks freaking hideous in this game. I don't know what is going on with his character model, but my god. Like, his eyes are popping out of his skull. It's just... I don't know. Anyway.
You look like something's bothering you.
Yes, a nasty matter. My friend was to meet me in this village some time ago, but he never appeared.
Think he might be in trouble?
I hope not. But I wouldn't be surprised if he were. He joined the Squirrels recently and agreed to trade with the Hawkers.
Squirrels and hawkers?
The Squirrels, or Scoia'tael as they call themselves, are non-humans who hope to gain equality by shooting folk from behind trees. And Hawkers are merchants who sell arms to the Scoia'tael, illegally.
I see.
Geralt, I'm not exactly welcome here. We non-humans get blamed for everything from the plague through the beast to the warts on the Reverend's arse. I'd look for my friend myself otherwise.
I'll keep my eyes peeled. Let you know if I learn anything.
Thank you, my friend.
So, how are you doing?
You know me, my schemes. I hope to start a modest business in Vizima, bringing in goods from Mahakam. The Breckenrigs are pressuring me.
The Breckenrigs. Who are they?
My future in-laws. I'm to wed Eudora Breckenrig soon, but my father-in-law-to-be puts too much stock in material things. The Common Cause mine, where I worked after the war, was a complete failure. I blame it on the bloody times.
Can you tell me more about the squirrels?
They're non-human little shits who are fed romantic tales. They've taken up arms to fight for freedom and other ideals. During the war with Nilfgaard, Emir used them to wreak havoc in the kingdoms. I don't know who supports them now.
I suspect it might still be Emir, but yeah, anyway. There's actually another dialogue option here.
So, how are you?
You know?
Yeah, this one.
From Mahakam? Any profit in that?
I certainly hope so. I made some investments during the war. As they say, money needs to move.
Just so long it doesn't run away.
Geralt!
I need to go, Zoltan. We'll talk later.
And what is up with his haircut as well? Orange, hooray! And booze. And plum cordial. Strong alcohol, high quality. But cordial isn't alcohol, is it? Typically. Anyway. Whatever. Strong alcohol, high quality potion base. That's what we need. The specialty of Temerian housewives, apparently. We need that for potion making. A dice box starts a quest. I need to find someone who can tell me about these dice. Perhaps Zoltan can, if he's still here. There he is. There he goes. Come back, Zoltan!
Geralt!
Zoltan, I found these strange dice. Looks like dwarven handiwork.
It's poker with dice. Very entertaining. Requires less attention than cards, but it's just as exciting. Dice are a dwarven invention. Became popular after the war. Not surprising, given that every mercenary played.
So how do you play?
Let's shoot around, I'll show you.
Hooray! Dice poker. Earn money by playing dice poker. Place your bet and left-click on roll dice. Raise your bet and select the dice to roll again. The player with the best poker hand wins, basically. It's simplified poker, but using dice. It's pretty fun, actually. I quite like it. Let's go... We're not exactly flush with cash right now, so let's go with 3 Oriths. Alright, and roll dice, which is covered up by my recording overlay right now, so... There we go. What did we get? 2 3s, 4, 1, and a 5. We got a pair at least. Although Zoltan has got 2 pairs. The bastard. Alright, fine, accept bet. We can't afford to raise it, so alright, let's roll. It's a bit desperate, but I'm loving the high-res textures on the dice and the board and stuff, by the way, from the mod. That's really nice. roll these 3 again and hope for the best. I have certain... Oh, right, sorry, this button. Come on! No, it really didn't. No, okay. Say goodbye to those orans. You lose. Alright. Maybe we'll do better this round. We got a pair at least. I've got 2 pairs apparently. I'm blind. Alright, well, I can't raise it, but I'll accept the bet. And we'll roll the 1 again. Because if we're lucky, it might be a 2 or a 4, and then we'll have 3 of a kind and a pair. Damn. We win! Hooray! I think it might go best of 3. So this one counts. Oh, alright. Come on, let's get something good. Another pair. All right, 2 pairs. Not bad. Ha! We win. Brilliant. The pool was 0, though, so did I actually get anything out of that? I think I got a few orans out of that. All right. Bad luck, Zoltan. We'll talk to him again later, I'm sure. Also, I forgot to loot these. Chicken sandwich, get in. And another dice box? What? I don't think I actually need more than 1 dice box, although it's stuck there now. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I don't think I need more than 1 set of dice. That, of course, doesn't apply to real life. I have several sets of dice in real life because I collect the bloody things.
My nose itches.
Get out of here, goose! I'll loot any of these barrels? No.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe now we can go finally see the Reverend after that brief distraction. I've come at this from completely the wrong direction. You're kind of supposed to come from over there, because that's the actual sane route from the inn. I went round the really long, stupid route because I'm an idiot. Anyway, we should be around here somewhere. Aha, here we go. Here's the chapel.
I should try that.
Hello!
Begone, devil's breed!
Calm yourself, priest. I merely wish to speak with you.
There's nothing to speak of.
Indeed there is. I seek Salamandra. I heard they come here.
They'll kill us because of you.
I have ways of showing gratitude.
What ways?
You're troubled by a beast?
Not your business.
I'm a witcher. I could help.
Another witcher came recently. Berengar. He promised to slay the beast, but fled when it howled.
I'm not Berengar.
If you want my trust, bear the eternal fire's light to the people and dispel the darkness. You'll find 5 chapels around the village.
Fire won't scare the beast. This is more than a stray dog.
The eternal fire, blasphemer. You can be sure it will scare off beasts, for it has been said that though his soul be in darkness and his visage be a horror, do not judge him hastily, for he will carry the flame of hope into the night. And also, you shall only be safe in the glow of the eternal fire.
All right, but it will cost you 100 orans.
Very well, but the eternal fire must appear at night in all 5 chapels.
Okay. So basically we need to wait until nighttime and then go put lights in all of the chapels.
I'm looking for men who wear salamander-shaped pins.
That's not wise.
Why?
Vexing them may shorten your life.
Do I look scared?
Another witcher came here before you. He too swaggered with audacity, and yet, do you see him? Not likely. He fled.
He's not me.
Do not sneer at Salamandra. The whole village fears them for a reason. You must convince us all.
What can I do?
For me, destroy the beast. As for the others, visit Odo, Mikkel and Haran. Can you solve their problems too?
Are they elders of some sort?
Everyone knows and respects them. Odo's rich, Haran a merchant, and Mikkel a city guard. Gain their trust, and you'll win the trust of the village.
We'll see.
Wait. They need to believe I sent you. Show them this ring of the eternal fire.
Signet rings. Drag and drop signets in the highlighted slots to activate the Signet gameplay dialogue. You left-click the signet in the conversation to present the ring. Characters recognizing signets will be more favorably inclined. Presenting the wrong signet might offend a character. Yes. So if we go in our inventory here, and yeah, he's given us candles for the shrines. Really want to get rid of this extra dice box. Never mind. Eternal Fire Signet Ring. Here we go. We put it in one of those slots there, and in conversations we can present it to a character as an option.
Speak quickly.
Outlander, or go away. Sorry, no, wrong game.
I hear the Church of the Eternal Fire has offered a reward for drowners.
As long as you can prove you killed some.
I'll return with proof.
Hurry.
No, we're not done yet, mate.
Speak quickly.
Are you a chaplain of the Eternal Fire?
Yes, heathen. Only the Eternal Fire can save us from the White Frost.
Really?
So says the prophecy of Ithleen, the elven witch.
Is that so?
The old world will die, to be born again from a seed that will not sprout, but burst into flames.
You seem to contradict yourself.
You mock me, Witcher? So tell me, who gave you leave to meddle in the affairs of humans? You, an emotionless mutant. Answer, who?
I probably shouldn't piss him off.
I apologize, Reverend.
Whosoever blasphemes deserves no forgiveness.
One more thing.
Speak quickly.
No, there's nothing else, really.
I'll see you later.
One more thing. I'll see you later. Okay.
Lordy, lordy.
Lordy, lordy. Right. Okay. So, to summarize, we've got to gain the villagers' trust before we can find out about the Salamandra dudes. And in order to do that, we've got to, well, light the 5 chapel fire thingies. And also go and talk to some of these other respected people of the village, basically, and solve some of their issues they've got. I'm trying to find which thing here it is. The Reverend doesn't trust me because of another witcher who was here earlier. I must tend to the beast and talk to the village's most prominent inhabitants, Odo, Haran, and Mikkel. Maybe I can learn something from them. Right, very good. So that we need to do at night time. The Vargas won't come out until night time either, and same with the Drowners, so that'll have to wait until night. We're going to collect the blood of 3 ghouls for this Kalkstein fellow, who we've not actually encountered yet. He should be in the inn at some point. Ghouls, we'll find them probably in a crypt somewhere. We've not encountered one yet. So let's track this one on the map, I think, for now. There we go. Right. That's Abigail's hut. She's the one who wants us to collect the Vargas skulls. For what purpose? I have no idea. And, right, that's Haran Brog's house there. Odo's house there. And I believe, from prior experience, that Mikkel is a city guard. He's up at that merchant's gate there. So let's go back down this way and talk to Harren Brog. Stallkeeper.
You a witcher?
How did you know?
Saw one like you recently and asked the Reverend. Never learned his name, but he wished to enter the city.
Did they let him into Vizima?
I know not. He approached the Reverend, perhaps for help.
Anything else?
Nothing I haven't said.
That doesn't help me much. Tell me more about the other Witcher.
I know little.
So try to remember what you already told me.
He spoke with the Reverend, then took his leave. He seemed fearful.
Thanks.
This meat looks odd. What's it from?
You smelling or buying?
Shouldn't answer a question with a question.
Where it's from is my business.
Customers aren't exactly lining up.
What does she have exactly? Chicken leg, mutton leg, suet, that's for blade coatings, and goose fat as well. Goose fat potatoes, I could go for some of them too. I'm so hungry. Oh! Man, those are expensive as well. Look, the bear fat, 40 orens. 25 for a chicken. Mind you, it is a whole chicken, but still. Oh. Bit of rotisserie chicken, that wouldn't go. Anyway. Get yourself together, Dave. You can have food later. Right, Harren Brog's house. It should be around here somewhere. It should be one of these. I hear you, geese. I'm convinced this is still all you're doing. Be gone from this place. I think it might be this house, possibly. Or not. There's just a couple of brawlers here. Hello?
Get lost.
You know what? That's a fair response to someone just randomly barging into your house, isn't it?
I wouldn't harm a dog, but I'd crucify any elf.
You gonna mind if I rob this? Actually, I don't need a Temerian steel dagger, so... Matina Rosé. Medium strength alcohol. Marvelous wine with a rich bouquet. It's mine now.
That bastard called me a thief.
Flint and Cadwanian stout. We actually need to collect alcohol, as mad as it sounds, because there's you can do drinking contests in this game with NPCs, and you need somewhat preposterous quantities of alcohol in order to do that. Still haven't found Harren Brog's house. Ah, here we go, Harren's house. Brilliant.
Greetings to the honourable gentleman.
You are?
Harren Brog, merchant and middleman, at your service. What brings you here, Witcher?
What do you have to offer?
The Reverend sent you, I presume?
Of course.
Why don't I believe you?
That is our cue to use the Signet ring.
The eternal fire, a gift from the Reverend, I presume.
The Reverend sent me. He thinks you need a witcher.
I do. The dead emerge from the river at night. A ghastly cold blows from the water, making my flesh crawl. Help me. I'll spare no expense.
I'll help in exchange for information about Salamandra, and throw in 100 orens for my expenses.
I heard you were looking for Salamandra, but if so, you're looking for trouble. It's no matter to me. You have a deal. These damned undead are my concern. They scare customers off and destroy my crates. And this is a valuable shipment for a special client.
I see. I have no idea why Geralt's hair seems to be possessed, by the way. I don't even know where to begin there.
Where would I find these drowners?
Where? At the river's edge. They creep out of the water after dusk.
I see.
Witcher!
Yeah, we already knew that from the monster entry in the bestiary. They only come out after dark.
What do you sell?
Anything, really, but in these hard times I have a rather limited selection.
Show me.
The custom is always right.
What do you have? An axe, a small axe. That actually goes in the dagger slot, it seems. Chance of dislodging a shield. That could actually be useful versus the dagger. If we go up against dudes with shields, that ever-present enemy type in video games, it's always inevitably really annoying. Dudes with shields. Also, there's this Temerian Iron Axe as well, which also goes in that slot. 6 to 12, 5 to 10. Less damage, higher chance of dislodging a shield. I think I'd rather have that, although it costs more money than I even reasonably have. Still, it's good to note that it's here, I suppose. Also got Zerrikanian Mix. Top quality base for bombs. Stammelford's Dust. Very good. Grindstone, that's always useful. That cost me all of my orange right now. We are so poor right now, it's amazing. Wow. You definitely need to do some of these contracts to fix that. Saltpeter for bombs. Okay, so he's got a lot of ingredients for stuff. Included some Temerian rye as well. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Don't need anything right now, Harren, but I'll be back, I'm sure. Can I just loot your wardrobe while we're here, mate? As long as that's... Ooh, against non-humans, a book. Let's have a look at that. It was then that the elven wise men called the sages gathered in the dungeons beneath Reinhold Castle. The eldest of them said, "The day and the hour have come. We are here to discuss the fall of humans. We will avenge the death of Laradoran. We will shed their blood and drown the world in chaos. We will hide in the forests for 500 years while the chosen live in human cities and become their neighbors. Everyone knows their place in the plan, whether elf, dwarf, gnome, sorcerer, or Nilfgaardian. Whoever betrays us is doomed. We will call ourselves superiors because we have no lords over us and we spit on gods." Then all swore an oath, and each drank the blood of an innocent child from a golden chalice to seal their obedience to the plan. Yeah, the analogy to real-world medieval racism is fairly unsubtle. Replace elves or dwarves with Jews, and it's pretty on the money. Yeah, the world of The Witcher is not very nice a lot of the time. The Witcher generally takes a pretty dim view of humans in general. They all seem to be various degrees of utter bastards, unfortunately. Anyway. Okay, well, we've had a talk to Harren. There's the other guys we need to go talk to, like Mikkel, who's over there, I believe. But that will be next time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope you've enjoyed. I'll be back very soon with even more of The Witcher, where we will hunt down the beast at some point, and also probably kill some drowners, and most of all, just get some bloody, money. Geralt is poor as a church mouse right now. It won't do at all. It won't do, I say. Anyway, thanks everyone. I'll catch you next time.